Hello, everyone. Oh, Willow says hi. Don't you, darling? Did you say hi? Yeah, you say hi. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming for a little catch-up. It's been a minute. I must get better at doing these and increasing the frequency. We should make it a weekly thing. Someone says sup, bro. Sup. And things are moving quick. I'm so sorry. Niho. Is it Niho? I do apologise if I've said that wrong. Says, how are you? So, I'm okay. I'm feeling very quiet today, which is then weird that I decided to jump on here to chat, but I'm feeling very quiet. And that's okay. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just out with Willow. Willow's watching Luca, which, if you haven't seen it, elite Disney film. I'd argue my favourite. First time I watched it, I cried like a baby. And that's rare, because I don't really do emotion. So, on that point. Happy birthday, Shah Holly. 31. Oh, God, we're all getting so old, aren't we? So just let me know if the film is too loud. In the background, and I will turn it down. So she said, "Love the bedhead." I know this is what happens when my hair dries naturally. It kind of just goes. So yeah. Do it. Where's your coffee? I have a coffee here. Hence the coffee and catch up. So yeah, it's. I like this. I got this when I went to Nice, in France, for my 30th. And it was a lovely trip. So I thought I'd get a cup, get a mug. Yeah, someone's just said serious catch up is pending. Oh, so someone's just asked what my music plans are. And the music plans they're going well, you know. They're going well. It's a lot of fun being super independent. It's really nice. Like I've spent so long at major labels, and the carnage that comes with that, and the lack of control you get, and people telling you what to do, where to be, who to be. That's the thing. And now it's, I think kind of with the team that I'm working with, who are absolutely amazing, they're just like, no, just you can be you, and that's lovely. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And it's the first time like anyone's really said that to me. It's super healthy. So that's kind of, so then we may have new music dropping soon. But at the moment, Getting Lost is doing. Are you off, Wells? Where are you going? Why don't you come here, Wells? Willow? She's off. She's looking out the window. So what was I saying? I was saying something. Music. Yeah, Getting Lost is doing really well. It's getting a load of love on radio, so thank you if people are watching. Willow, you can't just cry at me from across the room. That isn't how this works. Oh, darling. I may have to pause and come back imminently. I'll leave you in the good hands of Luca. Is that kind of illegal to do that? I don't know. Oh no, she's decided the juice that's in her bowl is fine. Is that okay? Is that okay? Do you want fresh? Yeah? Give me 30 seconds, I'll be back. Come on. Right. Sorry, Dan, I should have done this before I started. Oh, that's a toy. Oh. Go on. Right. Here you go, my love. Is that okay? You happy now? Wonderful. Great. Got a happy house. Do apologise. We're having a me and Willow day because Shah is come here. Come on. Shah's doing wedding stuff. So it's a quiet day. Me and Willow. Someone's just said, I don't know. I'm so sorry for making your bark dog, Katie. No, your bark dog. Your dog bark when standing on the squeaky toy. Oh, coffee. Someone's just said, is the music industry really hard to live in with like the management and that? Yeah, it depends who. Yeah, it depends who you're working with. I'm very fortunate that I've got an amazing team who are super respectful and kind of very aware of kind of how I like to work, and like I'm not like in a position where I'm forced to do anything, which is wonderful, and they're just amazing people. So I'm really lucky, and when I first started working with them, we kind of all said the same thing: is that we don't like working with people who aren't very nice. So we just don't work with people that aren't very nice, and that's great. Which can mean that you say no to stuff, but also it means that your mental health is slightly better than it would be had you taken opportunities and work with not very nice people. So yeah, it's a funny old industry, but yeah. Have we got any questions? I forget how this works. Is it the question? I take it's the question mark thing in the corner. Sorry, I've got an eyelash in my. Someone said, "What's my favourite song off the new album?" And that is Strud 97 on my vision. My favourite song off the new album, there's actually a couple. Some of the ones that you haven't heard are my favourites. For people that have been to the shows, you haven't heard these either. And for those of you who have seen the track list, oh my god, I can talk about it because the track list's out there. For those of you who've seen the track list, there's a track called Beautiful. And that's a really special song to me. It's a song that I've been kind of tinkering with for years. And it's on the album. I'm super proud of it. It's genuinely gorgeous. And it's like a lullaby. Willow used to like sit next to me as I was writing the song at home, and Minnie used to as well when I was tinkering with it when I was in Gloucester, and like they would both just curl up next to me and just listen to me write it, and that doesn't always happen. and yeah, this song in particular is their favourites. And then when I played the demo, because I worked on it with Toby, who's worked on pretty much everything across the album. He's amazing. And when we produced it and recorded it down, I played it and Will's just curled up and went to sleep. And not because it's boring, but because it's like a lullaby. And it's, yeah, by nature, it's beautiful. So someone has said, what made you come up with the name Ultraviolet for the album? That's Beth Sykes. Hi, Beth. And Ultraviolet's really interesting to me because there is a meaning of not invisible to the human eye. And that's often how I feel. So there's kind of like an underlying deeper meaning to it. But also it's like track one of the album. And kind of seeing, it's like the meaning of like seeing things like you've never seen them before. When I say like I can see an ultraviolet, it's been able to see things from a new perspective that you've never seen before. So it's a few different approaches in terms of explaining the meaning behind the choice. But yeah, it's cool. So yeah. It's really exciting because obviously I've been working on these tracks for a couple of years now, and to be able to share them is so exciting. And then perform them in full in October, at the end of October, 29th and 30th, I think, in Manchester and London. Have I still got? I had a biscuit before. I might be wrong my mouth. I don't know. So yeah, we're going to do. Barb's has just said we're getting the new album songs at Manny. Yeah, I'm going to play the whole album. That's what I've decided. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to. So we might need to find parts from places, which I should probably get on with. But yeah, no, I very much intend on playing the album in full for the first time, because I genuinely think there are no fillers. Like I know people say this about their own work, but I genuinely think it's amazing, and it's the best thing I've ever worked on, and you know, it's like it's just really exciting, and I just think it's bloody wonderful. So yeah, Steph, yes, I am going to be playing some old songs as well, so it'll be a mix of the kind of two albums that I've put out. And maybe a couple of different interpretations, but we'll see. But yeah, yes, we do, Eve. We do love and no skips. And Gemma, no, there's no duets. No duets. The duets for me are kind of with the writers. So there's only 5 writers across the album, including myself. So it's me, Dave Snedden, Theo Hutchcraft, who's also in the band Hurts, which I'm a massive fan of. I just think they're wonderful. Toby Tripp, who's wrote and produced pretty much the whole album, and Annie, who's produced one of the songs, who I've worked with for years. So yeah, that's us. It's like a proper like little team, and a real like really safe space that I feel understood and kind of valued, I guess, because not always the way when you've been boy banding for a while. Some people just, you know, you have to really prove yourself to be seen as legit, which is mad. But yeah, Gail's just said More Than You'll Ever Know is such an underrated song. Yeah, yes, that is. It's a wild song. I loved writing that. That was a great song. We wrote it in about 20 minutes. it was just such a vibe. And yeah, wrote it at the end of the day because we were kind of like, oh yeah, this idea is good, and then we just started jamming and it just yeah, it just came together. It's an amazing record. Penny's asked, what music are you loving right now besides your own, of course. I don't know. I went down like a theatre trail like last week. It was weird. So I listened to like a load of different musicals in their entirety, which was fun. I listened to the soundtrack for Hadestown is just amazing. So I listened to that a couple of times. That was great. Rabbit hole. Yeah, you can say that a rabbit hole, or like a weird hole. Oh Christ! Why do I speak? Oh shit! There's loads of questions. Change the subject. Stop talking about people's holes. Beth has asked, what song do you think will make people cry the most? Time to Say Goodbye. Definitely. Yeah, it's genuinely madness. And yeah, it's like the end of the album. It's like, right, okay. And I'm just flying through the questions. Is there any merch in the works? I believe so. I got sent something the other day and I was like, oh, is this like a hint? But yeah, that's, yeah, potentially. I hope so. Merch is a funny one. Like, I really want everything that I do to have a really good quality to it. And that's really important to me because I value you guys so much. And I hate the idea of you guys not being treated with that level of respect that I think you deserve. So, like, I will not ever put something out and ask you to support it if I think it's naff. And that's from music to merch and whatnot. I really just want everything to be brilliant. Few problems with that is, one, especially with merch, that can be really bloody expensive. Doing things that way and not just making some like cheap crap that people hope that people buy, and it's like, no, you want to do it properly. And also it's like I respect you guys too much to do that. So I would rather take my time and release something that I think is brilliant. So you guys feel respected. Then kind of just release any old crap. Because yeah, you're like, wait, hang on. Becky said, could you please fix the venue issues in Manchester? Ooh. Let me look into that. Yeah, I will look into that for you, Becky. Yeah, okay. I'm onto it. Kate has said, would love an oversized hoodie jumper. Don't just buy the size up. Is that like a silly thing to say? You have to like I wanted an oversized hoodie the other day. I just bought a large. I was like, yeah, that's big. Sorry. Zayla said to me, would you be up for songwriting with smaller artists? I actually love doing that. So that's one of the things I've been doing recently is working with up and coming artists and kind of getting in sessions writing for them, and also with them. So that's something I'm really passionate about, because like it also shows a different side to you as a songwriter, because without going into too much detail and like boring the life out of you, as a writer, when you're making your own music, you have to almost kind of sit in the middle and take in everyone's ideas and then almost collect all the ideas and then filter them through yourself as an artist and be like, no, I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't say that. So that's kind of a role of doing that. Whereas if you're not the artist in the session, you're in there as a writer and a top liner, then you're kind of trying to get narrative out of the artist and being like, right, what do you want to write about? What's going on in your life? And it's like you turn it into the therapist rather than the person having the therapy session. So yeah, that's the like change of roles. So it's nice to be able to kind of like switch between. So but so if there's anyone that you think I'd be a match with, let me know. Love intricate melodies. That's my thing. Yeah, and if anyone wants to write, just drop me some demos in the DMs, and I'll take a listen. I'm open to writing. I love it. It's an amazing thing to. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, my hair does look great. Thank you. It's a bit of a mess at the back, but thanks. And what are the right? Sydney's asked if I've seen Oasis on spot. No, I haven't. Maru has asked if there's any R&B on the album. Interesting. All big ballads, definitely big ballads. R&B's interesting. It's kind of, apparently it's massively coming back. Great. Needed. But I think we need the industry to really want that to happen, even though it should. But yeah, it means that people in offices have to think outside of a box, which not traditionally great at. There's definitely influences all over the album. On Beautiful, there's influence on Fake It. Fake It's definitely influence there. I think it's an area that I want to type. Oh, Skin, kind of. That's definitely kind of influenced. Skin's an amazing track. I can't wait for you to hear that. You're gonna be like you're gonna need to sit down for that one. Yeah, Skin's crazy. Yeah, and yeah, funny you should say that. I've lost your name, but does it dabble in rock? Like Skin kind of plays with so many different genres. Probably like the I wouldn't say there's too many kind of rocky elements. I try and take from as many different genres as possible. I don't try and sit in a genre. So I try and take influence from as many places as I can to define my sound. And I think that can confuse people at times. Some people sit there like, yeah, but what box do we put them in? It's like, well, you're not meant to. It's just music. We're not changing the world. It's like, we're trying to make people happy. So yeah. I wouldn't say rock, but Time to Say Goodbye is kind of like throwback, kind of like a little bit. It's kind of classic sounding, especially from the middle onwards. We had an interesting story with Time to Say Goodbye is that we had to mix that in two halves. We had to mix the first half of it as one song and then mix the second half of it as a completely different record because they're so different. And then we had to find a balance between the two. So yeah, that's Yeah, Alex, I will not be doing rap. I am far too English countryside to be convincing in that department. It's really exciting. Let me go back to some of these questions and see if I can see any. Sean Stitches Lover 22 has said, "What is the most interesting thing about this album?" Genuinely, is I think it goes through so many different pockets, and the trick with me is getting the best out of me vocally whilst being song driven. And we realised that means finding a way of me singing less. How'd you make him sound better? Sing less, dickhead. But not like that, but like sing in different textures and kind of weird, like big singing less. We don't want to be kind of theatrical on the album, even though being theatrical is a good tool to have as a vocalist, an important tool to keep going. That isn't the sound that we wanted to create on the album, so it's finding ways of using the voice in different ways, and you know, it just playing with different areas. So listen to the vocal when you listen to the album, because it's intricate, and a lot of like the ad-libbing is done in the background or is done through voice effect and things like that. So you don't necessarily hear like big kind of in-your-face ad-libs. It's all a lot more subtle, and we use a lot of textures and things like that. Like, I'm really proud of the vocal production on this album, and I think it's that's been a real breakthrough moment in figuring out in those like nuances within my vocal to create different texture. Yeah, it's been cool. And will I be doing any album signings? I don't know if I can. I hope so. I'm sure. Probably. And we'll be getting a 2026 calendar. I think I'm a bit old for calendars. I'm not saying that. Tell that to Cliff Richard. No one's too old for a calendar. Do people use calendars? Honestly, I bought a calendar this year, and I think it's still on like February. Probably why I'm never on time to anything. So someone's asked, what colours would you describe the album as? Violet, ultraviolet. Skin is red. Skin is red. I think there's a range of colours. Like, I'd say like beautiful would be white. Time to Say Goodbye would be like probably a black with kind of light coming through it. Oh wow, I'm very colour spaced. Wow, I didn't realise. Anyway, sorry. I love that question. Bev, you have so many good questions. Who would I like to duet with? Anyone from the past or future? AI. Who do you choose and why? George Michael. Because you don't even need to explain it. George Michael. I'd love to. I don't think Donny Hathaway would have wanted to duet with me, but just the legend that is. Stevie Wonder. George Michael would be crazy. Anyway, we'll be getting any music videos. Again, you know, it's I don't know how music videos are consumed these days. It's they're a fun thing that I think we as people in our 20s and 30s, we consume them differently now than we did 10 years ago. So they're an interesting thing that I think I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, maybe to be continued on that, because it's or to be confirmed maybe, because it's a strange kind of thought. A lot of content people want in 10 seconds. So to give people a 3.5 minute music video, I don't know if kind of music's changing in that regard. So we'll see. But I love these questions. Do you still keep in touch with Big Kev? He's way too famous. And yeah, it's all very exciting. And yeah, the next few months are going to be crazy. And I'm just kind of preparing myself a little bit. So Robin has just asked, bear with me, if there was a British version of K-pop Demon Hunters, would you write a song for the demons or the hunters? Okay, I thought Demon Hunters was... not to sound like a granddad, I haven't seen it. But I would love to write K-pop, because it's so fun. Just be a nice day, I think. Yeah, so no, I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen it. So yeah, when people say Demon Hunters, I thought that was just like one thing, not like Demon and Hunters. I thought that was like anyway. Wow. No, they did. No, I know they TXT mentioned me in the past. And one of the guys did a cover of Over and Over Again, and it was amazing. He's got such a good voice. So that was an honor. I think it's always really nice when people kind of honor your work in that way. I think it's such a compliment. Like, there's so many people that you could cover, and to choose someone to cover, I think is always. I think people. Sorry, I got distracted watching Luca. I love it so much. It's amazing. What was I saying? I was saying something. Gone. It's gone. But that's okay. Yeah. Oh, Brian, you walked down the aisle over and over again. Thank you so much. Again, that's such an honour. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. I think kind of... I've really learned kind of recently to not take anything for granted and like appreciate everything. So when someone says like, I walked down the aisle to your song, it's like the gravity of that is amazing, because there's so many songs that you could choose, and the fact that you chose a song that I've written and performed and loved it enough that you'd give it the honour to be such a big part of your day and your life, that's incredible. And I know like a lot of this industry is about business and making money and things like that, and I guess that's life. But my God, what an honour. Honestly, it's just amazing. And which takes me on to Toria saying, if you had any advice for past Nathan, what would it be and why? Just appreciate shit. Like, it's, it's... Oh, I'm moving slightly. Like, it's an amazing opportunity to be able to write things that can stay with people for a long time. And I really appreciate that. and it's lovely. It's like kind of people kind of when they talk about like songs from the band and like Glad You Came being like their song of that year, they remember it when they were kind of graduating or something like that. Those moments are really special, and it's just just appreciating that, I think. But I do. I appreciate everything kind of a lot more. One song you wish you could redo. I wish I could redo the vocal, and almost it's never enough. Because like I was like so kind of in a place where I was finding my voice, and I think for so long people were trying to get me to. I'm a vocal chameleon. Like you if I surround myself with theatre, I could kind of adapt to sing theatre and different genres and I think for so long people were trying to get me to sing like I was in a boy band. And I think that kind of, I was still trying to find my voice outside of that. And I think it kind of, I don't know, just like I listen to it, like if I see like a clip, I'm like, oh yeah, I wish I could redo that vocal. But my God, we were both so young. But yeah, just my personal critique on that one, I guess. So it's just, when am I getting married? Oh, soon, Christ, soon. Very soon, it's creeping up. I've only got about 12 things to do, so terrifying. That I've got so much to do, not getting married. I'm really excited to get married. And yeah, it's gonna be a really special day. And it's kind of the perfect kind of amount of people for both Shao and I. So it's gonna be very special. And so as long as it's just outside the wedding plan is. It's good. I've got jobs I need to do. Rosie said you come and see me in Manchester. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And it's I'm getting I've had some really lovely comments and questions and things like that. Thank you. Someone said that they're nervous for VIP in Manchester. No, don't be. Don't be. Don't be at all. I try and make those VIP like sound check things like super relaxed, I think. Because I think the more stressful they are, like I get really overwhelmed. So I'm like I don't need to feel too overwhelmed with stuff. So it's no. Honestly, you'll be fine, and it's a safe space. And I think what I'd love to do at shows is if people are going on their own, to kind of try and create a little bit of community for people that are going to shows on their own, so they can like team up with people if they want to, because I know it can be a little bit daunting. That could be a nice thing to do. I don't know how I'd do it, but maybe an app. I'm not creating an app by October. I've got way too much on. Anyway, so sorry, I'm getting carried away. But yeah, my coffee has gone cold. Oh, I don't want to show that brand. Oh, that's amazing. I don't want to. I can't say your name. Like Casey. That's amazing. Congratulations. Also, that's wonderful. Oh, that's so nice. So yeah. See, this is the thing, Eve. Like, not to address it, but you know, it's like just not showing that. It's yeah, get rid. Someone's just asked when the wedding is. Not telling you. I know what you're all like. Like I know people would find out and then like you'd all like add yourself to the confetti line. Like yeah. Luke. Luke's joined. I wasn't just shouting that. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not telling you because you will, join the confetti line. So I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to have that day to myself, and obviously Charlotte and our family and friends, and we're going to keep that one slightly to ourselves, and then I'm sure share stuff afterwards. Luke's just no. You can't come on in and then just give me grief about the football. This is not it. This is I have found a way of not talking about it because I don't want to look like one of those like mad United fans who are saying we're going to win the lot. But you know, I think last time we lost the first game of the season and then had Fulham away in the next game, I think we won the league. Random little fact. So I don't think we're going to win the league. But Arsenal did win. And they didn't deserve it. I thought they were awful. And I thought United played them off the park. And we should have had a penalty. And yes, one goalkeeping error is how they scored. But, you know, apart from that, he might as well have been asleep for the rest of the game because he didn't have anything to do. So, yeah, I'm quite excited for the rest of the season. Don't clip this and play this back to me in May when we finish 17th. But, you know, I'm quite hopeful. I'm quite hopeful. Yeah. Anyway. Honestly, people are like, right, enough of that shit. I'm going. Right. So, what I am going to do, I'm going to love you all and leave you all. And yeah, I'm going to go and I don't know what I'm going to go and do. I'm going to go and sort some stuff out. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, and keep sharing the songs as well. Thank you so much to everyone who's sharing them with like friends and family and using them on your stories, your posts and all that sort of stuff. It all helps. And yeah, I appreciate you guys kind of doing your bit. It takes a village. So yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Bye.